everybody. Today I want to talk about being whole, full, and healthy. In our culture, we are exhausted, we are hurried, we are running from place to place. If you're like me, you probably um, are with your kids and doing sports, activities, homework. It's really easy to get overwhelmed. It's really easy to get stressed. It's really easy to forget about yourself and to forget about being healthy enough so that you can show up in a positive way in your relationships and that you have the energy to handle demanding tasks. Um, Even showing up to work every day can be a challenge when you have so much going on. In addition to your own personal daily responsibilities, you have your professional responsibilities and obligations, or perhaps you have family obligations, or perhaps you have both. Or maybe you even have extracurricular activities that you're trying to accomplish, or side hustles, side jobs. It's just so easy to get hung up on those things without necessarily focusing on um, being the best you can be in God's kingdom. And I know that because that's been my own personal life and my own experience is that, being a man and, the head of my household, it became really, really difficult for me to focus on recharging, and just getting lost in the day to day life becomes so easy to the point where you just forget about what's important. But I want to share something with you today, and it's from Luke chapter 2, verse 252. And it says that Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and with man. And that really highlights four critical areas that we need to constantly recharge in so that we can do God's handiwork here on earth. And that's mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. It's important to remember that healthy people consistently recharge in these areas so that they can handle those demanding tasks, and handle those demanding relationships. So when it comes to mentally, we have to feed ourselves positive messages. It's so important to not get distracted by news or distressing games, and over time, it really does a thing for my spirit personally, where I just become pessimistic, um, almost antagonistic. Really, I mean, when you really think about it, the media in so many different ways will have us pointing a finger at our neighbor, or pointing the finger at someone who doesn't look like us, or pointing the finger at someone who doesn't think like us. So it's just really easy to get overwhelmed with the messages that we get. And I just find that whenever I'm not watching the news, I'm generally more positive and optimistic. And whenever I'm reading positive books, one of the books that I'm reading right now is called Awaken the Giant Within. And it's about taking control of your mental, emotional, financial, and physical destiny. Reading the Bible, devotionals, it just puts me on a higher vibration and really helps me a long way when it comes to dealing with people, especially people who don't look like me or who don't think like me, and helping me remember that we should love our neighbor as ourselves. So I think focusing on mental daily habits will help you with that and handle those demanding tasks and give you the right perspective and outlook so that it's really not as hard as we think it is. Another thing is physically, exercising every day, eating healthy foods. Personally, it just lifts my mood and my spirit when I know that I'm trying to do the right thing in those areas. And also, I get energy, sleeping 8 hours a night. I at least try to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. And that just really allows me to wake up energized and wake up refreshed. And also reduce my caffeine consumption, which, can give me anxiety. So it works for me, and I bet it will work for you as well. Give it a try, you know. Spiritually, praying, listening to God, reading the Bible, fellowshipping. I know for me, whenever I go to church or go to worship, I'm encouraged by the people around me. I feel better. Plug into a local community that's going to make you feel good for being there, that's going to make you feel good for showing up, and that's going to encourage you when times get tough. I can't tell you uh, how much it meant to me to hear positive words from my peers. Just saying, hey, I see what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. You're growing. I see the growth. I can't tell you what that means to me, so I'm sure it will help you as well. And also emotional, paying attention to your feelings, understanding that there are going to be some tough times, having those healthy friendships. Sometimes we need someone to tell you, hey, you're going the wrong direction. And recognizing that those are things that you need to work on. So Jesus did a really fine job of all of those things, um, growing in wisdom, growing in stature, growing in favor with God, and growing in favor with man. If we can do those things, then we can really show up in a way that allows us to positively contribute to others. So I encourage you to try something different this week. If you haven't been to worship, go to worship. If you haven't worked out, exercise. If you haven't had a healthy meal in a few weeks, put something green on your plate. Try something different. And I assure you that it's going to help you feel better, and it's going to push you in the right direction. And if this video has helped you in any way, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day.